Hey everybody, welcome to Coach Speak, presented by Samsung. My name is Peter Schrager, and every week I will be joined right here by none other than the man himself, Mr. Sean McVay, where we'll go over the previous week and we will preview the following week. Coach McVay, welcome to Coach Speak.
What's up, Peter? How we doing, man?
This is good. For the viewers at home, let's just give a little background on why we're doing this. For years, we have known each other since your Washington days. You get to Los Angeles, we always have these great conversations. We figured, let's open up that door. Let's show the viewer at home. It's not an interview. It's a conversation. Does that sound right to you?
Sounds about right to me. It doesn't seem too long ago that we were talking about hopefully ending up in the spots that we're in over a couple gimlets in New York City.
You know this. Gimlet is my drink. I think rosé is your drink after Hard Knocks. We'll just go from there.
I don't think so. I've been getting killed about that. I'm glad you brought up salt in the wound, Peter. That's a low blow.
Wear it. Own it. That's what I would think. All right, 2-0. Lot to discuss here, but Philly was actually favored in this game. A lot of people are picking the Eagles. You've never beaten the Eagles yourself as a head coach. And yet, here we go, right out of the gates. Jared, 13 for 13, a career high to start a game. And you guys get the victory. Take us through the week of prep and how you think the team executed to come away with the W.
Yeah, I think the first thing that we talked about, Peter, was everybody makes a big deal about this West Coast to East Coast, traveling 3 time zones, and I thought our guys handled that really well. We talked about it in the beginning of the week. We're never going to allow a 10 a.m. kickoff in our head to be an excuse for why we're not ready to go right from the jump. And I thought our team reflected that. We came out ready. Our defense forces a turnover on the third play of the game that the offense turns into 7 points. One of the plays of the game that I thought as well was Darius Williams' pick. When we were up 21-16, they're driving in to score. He makes a great pick, undercutting kind of a double move type post route. And there were so many good things, but just our mental toughness, our energy, especially when you're at these venues with the absence of fans. It feels in some instances like the JV, the high school games where you got to bring your own juice, and our guys have really done a great job of that the last couple weeks, Pete.
Absolutely, and one of the stars of the game is obviously Jared, and Darius makes the big interception, but I feel like this was the Tyler Higbee game. Like someday we'll look back and be like, that was Higbee's big game. You've kind of unleashed Tyler Higbee here. Take us through that one. Was that always a part of the game plan, or it just played itself out that way?
Yeah, he was a baller. I think the great thing about our offense is, when you got a quarterback who you have such confidence in all 5 eligibles, you want to get certain guys involved, but we've got the most selfless skill players that I've ever been around. And I think that's such a big deal for them to just be able to operate, Jared to be able to operate the offense. And there was a handful of situations where Tyler was the primary, and Jared did a great job of being able to find him. But, you look at a Robert Woods where you end up just getting him extended. He has 2 catches for 14 yards, a big rushing touchdown, competing without the ball. And he has a huge game contributing for us. Cooper makes a big contribution with 5 catches for 81. So just the different guys that get involved and Jared's ability to get everybody involved, I think is what's special about this team. We got a long way to go, but through 2 weeks, I thought last week against the Cowboys was a good starting point, and then I thought we build off of it, which you always want to see the good teams just have that upward trajectory, and that's exactly what I thought yesterday was indicative of.
I'm not typically a traditional X's and O's guy. I don't coach football. I don't dig into the all 22, but every week I do want to bring up a certain play. And I thought Higbee's 3rd touchdown pass might have been the turning point of the entire game. It was Jared does a play action, rolls right, throws across his body deep to a tight end. When did you draw that puppy up, and why did you choose that play there?
Yeah, that's a play that we had, we've had in our arsenal for a while. It goes back to, when I was with Kyle Shanahan in Washington, had some success on that. But I'll tell you what I think my favorite part of that sequence was it was actually a 2nd and 8. Jared does a great job of using his cadence. We draw Malik Jackson offside, so it gets us to a 2nd and 3. We end up catching him in a man coverage. Higbee wraps all the way across the formation, and when you go back and look at it, Jared and Tyler were the stars of that play, but I thought Gerald Everett's block at the point of attack on the backside defensive end on Brandon Graham was instrumental, because for you to sell a wide zone, to come back and set up 1 yard inside that opposite hash, you've got to have clean protection. And Gerald did a great job cutting off that backside end, enabling him to be able to set up, deliver a good throw. Ball got up and down, and Higbee had his 3rd touchdown of the day. It was awesome.
Yeah, and I'm watching the playback, and it's like he's got Woods short if he wants. Like, Woods is there, and then, he says, let's go for broke and do it. I loved it. What was the reaction on the sideline for that touchdown?
They loved it, and I thought it was a key part in the game where we really regained total control there. And then, to be able to do the things that we did defensively, I just thought we played a really good complementary football game. And that to me is what it's about. It's not offense, defense, special teams. It's about how can we put it all together. And I just love when you're just feeling the flow of a game as it unfolds, the way that they stay connected, they're supportive of one another. That's a big deal to us. That's what we want to really try to embody. And it doesn't happen without the great players that we have that really just, they set the tempo, they set the tone, and everybody else follows their lead.
Before we wrap, I'd like to take some questions that are off football and all that stuff. You go to Buffalo. It's the Buffalo wing capital of the world. This isn't some cliche question about Buffalo and wings, but I do have to know, ranch or blue cheese? Sean McVay, what's your Buffalo wing choice?
Without a doubt, ranch. I mean, I'll put ranch. Ranch is a good way. Blue cheese, a little too chunky. Blue cheese, I'm just not a fan of it. I'm really not.
Are you a wing guy? I feel like you're a health dude. Wing guy or no? I feel like I was a wing guy for the good first 30 years, and I had to stray away a little bit, but I don't know with you. Are you?
That depends on how many beers I've had. I mean, you get enough beers in me, I'll have some wings. I'll eat anything you put in front of me.
I love that. All right, Sean McVay, I love it. Coach Speak presented by Samsung. We're 1 week in. You're 2-0. Let's see what you guys can do against Buffalo. Thanks for everything, man.
Hey, you're the man. Appreciate it, Peter.